guys, Matt the Greeter here. Here's where I'm looking forward and also looking backwards, because it's a tough left-hand turn, a busy time of day. So I know I need to pay attention to what's in front of me, but also need to pay attention to what's behind you. Yeah, right now I'm driving away from, actually didn't pull in, I don't have a lot of time, but pulling away from, let's see, I don't want to use any specifics, do I? What's one more than 3H? One more than 3H would be how many? Right, so I'm pulling away from one of those down here in New England. I'll say maybe in Norfolk County, right? Does that give you an idea of where I'm sort of coming away from? And I'm a little bit miffed today because I know a guy who's been working at that 3H plus one for a long time. This is a guy who has really helped shape and improve countless lives over the years, instilled wonder, a sense of responsibility, purpose, care for nature, a care for animals, a care for each other, fellow humans. That ability to wake yourself up in the pitch black, freezing cold and get out and take care of something because it's your responsibility. Instilling that hard work, that diligence. And he's run a program at that 3H plus one, like I said, for a very long time. Well, apparently somebody kind of wants that position or something, or they're trying to shake things up or do something. So people who will not be named decided to have a meeting and didn't invite him. He's the leader of that particular program. Did not invite him. You know why you don't invite somebody like that to the meeting? Because you know you're doing wrong, right? You know you're doing something maybe that's a little bit you're not supposed to be doing. So it kind of reminds me of, now not Julius Caesar, because this man to whom I refer is no Julius Caesar. Yeah, this is a guy who really cares for his program. He's not a dictator or anything. And so, but Julius Caesar in the fact that what's up, dude? In the fact that betrayal. You don't have the guts to approach a person face to face and talk things out, person to person. You gotta have a meeting behind somebody's back. What are you afraid of? You know, is it the truth? Hey, that's why I'm a little heated. That's why I'm a little heated. I've known this guy for many years. Many years. And I've seen nothing but utmost character, determination, devotion, inspiration, and these people, whoever they are. Geez, I'm sounding like talk radio. I don't like to sound like that at all. But to let's say surreptitiously, I'm not sure that's the right word right now, but to give him an ultimatum from afar. Look out, dude. Never forget Uncle Dave. To give him an ultimatum from afar. You can retire or get booted. She's working. That's low class. So I thought this 3H plus one, I thought one of those H's stood for heart. Maybe I'm wrong, but I thought it stood for heart. And it doesn't seem like that's something that's alive in this particular program in the Norfolk area of Massachusetts. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know the guy, and I know his character, and I know that this situation stinks, and I don't like it. So anyway, I'm just throwing that out there. And it's, you know, it's really hard if you have to make a tough decision or do something like that, or you have changes that you want to happen or whatever, and you don't want to wait for a natural progression. You want to speed things up or whatever, but to not have a face-to-face, to not do it the right way, lousy. So any support I might have had for that 3H plus 1, gone, right? Just gone. Because I knew where my money would be going previously. I don't know where it's going now. So it's gone. What a shame. Anyway, guys, Matt the Greeter. Way to ruin a great ride, huh? But I don't know, has anything like that ever happened to you guys? Do you ever have a situation like that? You ever been... I was a victim of, I would say, dirty deeds. I had a terrible boss years ago. You can leave the name out of the comment section, because if you know me, you know who it was. I had an absolutely atrocious boss at my first teaching job, which I would still be at today. I would retire there if it hadn't been for that boss. You know, this is why I guess I get heated, because here's what happened in that situation, as any of my coworkers from back then can attest. My boss didn't like young men. Why, I don't know. And so she would do things like say, oh, I really love your creativity. I really liked your lesson on blah, blah, blah. But I want you to write up the lesson plans in this style. Write them up like this for me. Now, meanwhile, I've moved on to another lesson, you know? And so I'm writing up those old lesson plans, but I'm teaching a present lesson. And then she said, well, I really don't like that style either. What, could you write them up again? But in this, I'm like, what the heck is going on? But I'm doing it because she's my boss. She or he is my boss. And that's what you do. You know, I was devoted to this school. You know, I'm creeping up because she's going to, yeah, that's potentially not a good move. But anyway, long story short, what this boss was unscrupulously doing was taking all of these requests, and he had filed them away as like, I gave him all these opportunities to change or to do this or do that, and he refused. I was like, what? And I was given an ultimatum. You can leave or you can take it to the union. So I talked to my union rep, and she said, she was wonderful, but she said, listen, you know, if you win, which you very well might, you're still going to get stuck working for him or her. And by then my spirit was crushed. I say, you know what, I fold, I'm out. And that was absolute heartbreak. I worked there 7 years. I thought I was going to retire there, you know, but now, as I've said before, I'm a recovering educator. I jumped back in the ring a couple other times. I had a program pulled out from under us once, and then I got put into a really bad situation, which I was just unequipped for, and I had to walk away from that. I'm like, and all the paperwork on this and that. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, is to get away from it for a little while, just to get some perspective. And you know, education, especially here in Massachusetts, is all data driven and paperwork and bar graphs and this and that, and it turns into like you're answering 2-page parent emails every night about this and that, or I wonder why my child got an A- instead of a whatever, because they're brilliant and they're going to Harvard University, you know, in a few years, and blah blah blah. And administration sides with the parents every time, because that's where the taxpayer money comes from. So it's like, well, that was becoming the norm, so I had to leave. So I know what it's like to be done dirty like that, and I don't like the feeling. So, you know, if you know what I'm talking about, you know, if you can commiserate, man, I feel your pain. It's super lousy, but my hope is that I'm going to find something great. I've got all the skill set that I've learned over the years in teaching. I've got a bunch of skills, a bunch of, you know, tricks and techniques and this and that I wouldn't have previously had. So it's really worked out great for me as far as all these attributes. I just don't know where I'm going to use them yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that this guy, you know, that's getting that unfair ultimatum, I hope that he lands in a program that's even better and has more support, you know what I'm saying, and better leadership, better infrastructure, so that he can thrive like he deserves to thrive. I'm telling you, he's changed so many lives over the years. And you know, that's all I got today. That's a long rant, and I'm sorry for it on one hand, and I'm not sorry for it on the other. You know, because these people that do people dirty like this, they don't deserve to be in power, but they always end up in power, and they get there by stepping on people, and it's lousy. But anyway, guys, I'm at the greeter. Listen, I care about you. And if you're going through something like that, you know, and you just want to shoot me a direct message or something like that and do a little commiserating, do it. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? If you know somebody else who's going through something like that, share the video with them, and I could talk to them too. You know, whatever. As I certainly been there. All right, guys, I care about you. Thank you so much. If you're still here, high five. The first time I see you in real life, big time high five, and let's have a coffee together sometime. All right, guys. Bye. Ooh, look at that first. Beautiful. My buddy, actually, who I was talking about, lives down on that street. Class act. Bye, guys.